The fortune is in the follow-up. So this might sound just like a cutesy phrase, but truly this is the heart and soul of this business. It really is a key to being successful is when you're following up with people that you've connected with or that you've shared with. You can schedule all the classes that you want and you could post amazing stuff on social media and you could teach your heart out. But if you're not following up with those people that you connected with and shared with, your business is just not going to grow. So let's walk through how to effectively follow up. There are three main types of people you'll be following up with in this business. The first type are prospects. So a prospect is anyone that you've connected with who has shown interest in the oils or coming to one of your classes. The second type is following up with people after a class. So this is anyone who's come to a class. This includes one-on-one, Facebook class, Zoom class, etc. And then the third type are new members. So this is anyone who's ordered one oil or a whole kit or gotten on Essential Rewards, and this is following up with them. And especially people who have ordered recently or gotten a kit recently. So we are going to cover prospects and following up after a class, and then we'll cover following up with new members later. So prospects, this area, it's especially important to keep track of people that you've come into contact with who've shown that interest in learning more or coming to a class of yours. Truly, when you get into this business, you'll start to see that you'll connect with tons of different people who really are interested in coming to your class. And I've done this many times where I connect with these great people and a month later, I'm trying to schedule out my class and send out invites. And my mind goes completely blank about who I want to connect with and who I want to invite to my class. So this is really essential because if you have a list of people that you've been connecting with or have been really excited about coming to a class, then all you have to do is access your list and send some invites from there. So it's a really important resource to have. This can be as simple as a Google Doc sheet, or you can use an app or a different resource like that. So a few options that we have, and we have links to all of these on the Joyful Vita website. The first really great option is the YL Share app from Young Living. So they have options on this app where you can track prospects. You can track your members, keep track of who they are, what you've talked to them about. You can change your monthly order. And then they also have a whole content library of different videos and resources you can share on social media or email or text message. So that's a great resource to use. You can also keep it super simple and use a Google Doc sheet to keep track of prospects. So really, this Google sheet can be as simple as someone's name, contact info, when you talk to them and what you talk to them about. And this is great because you can just go down this list. You can remember, earlier this week I talked to so-and-so and they really want to come to a class of mine. And we have an example on the Joyful Vita website of a really great Google sheet that you can make a copy of and use for yourself. The third really great option is something called Teamzy. So Teamzy is a tool that, again, helps you keep track of following up with prospects and members. So it's kind of it almost feels like a game when you're walking through it. It helps you remember, you need to follow up with so-and-so. You haven't talked to them in a few weeks. You need to follow up with this member. You haven't talked to them in a few weeks. So that can be a really great option if you want something to even just lay it out for you, like follow up with this person today, follow up with this person tomorrow. They have a video on their website that explains the whole resource itself, and then you can also do a 30-day trial if you'd like to. So that is prospects. And then when you are following up after a class, hopefully at the class you got their email address or phone number or social media name. This is an example of where it's really important for you to have some sort of sign-in sheet. You could just have a quick sign-in sheet of name, email, phone number, and even what they're interested in. If they're interested in oils, the business, both. So you can have a sign-in sheet at some classes. Obviously, if it's one-on-one, you're not going to have a sign-in. But if you are, especially if you're having a friend host a class for their friends and family, it can be really important to get everyone's information, especially because it's probably people you don't know as well. And if you're doing an online class, you could do some sort of drawing or giveaway, or you could also, like if you're doing a Facebook Live class, you could offer and have people comment with their name or something so you can follow up with them later as well. So with these people who've come to a class, be sure you're reaching out to them within 1 or 2 days of your class so that everything's really still fresh and exciting for them. You can make this really personal and thank them for coming to your class. So we have an example script on our website as well that you can use. So in this email or phone call to them, you can ask like, hey, did you have any other questions from the class? Thank you so much for coming. Is there any health goal that I can help you walk through or get some ideas for you? And then you can also send them your link to order as well so that they have that handy when they need it. And lastly, sometimes people ask the question, what if they don't respond to my message? What if they don't respond to my phone call? This happens sometimes and you don't need to panic. Sometimes the message didn't go through or they forgot to respond. And since that's probably the case, it's great to go ahead and reach out to them a second time. And you could use a different form of communication. So if you sent them a text message, maybe try reaching out on social media or via email. So that is the basics of following up, and we will be covering following up with new members next.